Good evening, racing fans. I'm your host, Kruentis, and welcome to round one of the ZFS Team Throwdown Season 5. We're here at Dragon Trail Seaside tonight in the Group 3 cars. It's going to be 26 laps of racing action, around 40 minutes. I did do one other lobby because for this Team Throwdown, for anyone who's new and's not watched any of the ZFS races. There's 64 drivers. They've been split into 8 teams of 8, and each race is 4 lobbies. It's one team of 8 versus another team of 8. And I did green versus yellow on Tuesday, I believe it was. Absolutely wicked race. Definitely watch that if you haven't yet. Turn up my mic a little bit. There you go. Good. Is that a little bit better? Sorry, I'm quite far away from my mic actually. So if we have a look at the lineup for tonight, on the black team we have got Militidis leading the way. Absolutely rapid guy. Seems to have been ZFS for ages. He's one that if you're struggling with a track, he's very easy to approach and help. It will help you. I've gotten so quick just like watching his laps and stuff, so it'll be very interesting to see how he does tonight. We've also got Hudson, another quick driver, legend. I'll read that. More Cherry. Don't actually think I've heard that name yet. Not one I've raced, but like I've only been at ZFS since around mid-January. It's better nice. We've got. I'll get the list up on my phone actually because it's quite small on my Streamlabs at the moment. 2 seconds. Where is it gone? There it is. Nice. So more Cherry, followed by the French American Andy, Boldy Gonzalez, Mini 975, and Bernie Monkey. Then on the purple team, we've got the CTC Mastermind TX3 Tiger. Incredibly quick driver. Sometimes in like the top 10. I've seen him in like top 50 global rankings on time trials and stuff. Very like top end of A plus driver we've got in the lobby today. Our man Yorkie had a wicked battle with him in the Road Car League for the Lobby 2 Championship. Sean McCormack, very quick Lobby 1 driver. I've seen him absolutely take practice sessions by storm when I've been in lobbies with him. KGN as well, again, a very good quick driver. Snod's quite quick, quite aggressive as well, I've seen in races before, so we could get some overtakes today. Tamagotchi, actually Benny Tamachi. I'm just gonna call him Benny. Who depends what his GT7 nickname is because it's a replay. I've not got the PSN IDs. Shikoa, another one of the commentary team, did the CTC broadcast ZFS versus it was Race Asylum, yep, at Tsukuba. Very good race that was. Interesting strategy. We got to take the win. And Tellboy87, don't think I've raced him before, but it's the thing with the Team Throwdown teams. You've got a mix of alien drivers, A drivers, B drivers, and then some C drivers in there. It has a big field spread, and there's battles absolutely everywhere. And I think that is a good time to kick in the race. Get your feet up. We got 26 laps of Dragon Trail Seaside. Let me get the camera right. There we go. So rolling start in here. Just try and ease the congestion into turn 1 because it's Dragon Trail. It's going to be lethal. It's lights out and away we go as we go barreling down the back straight upwards of 150 miles per hour up to the run to turn one as they get up to speed. Harsh braking zone here. We're going, I think that's the legend there, was having a little bit of a look up tandem, but lap one, you've got a long race ahead of you. You don't want to be going for any risky moves yet. We come up, it's Shake Your Booty and Vulps Hudson, Milts and Hudson leading the way for Black Team, followed by Tiger and Tandem for Purple Team. So we're just coming up to the S's now. Dirty air plays a massive factor into these corners. You want to be spreading out, as that's, I believe it was Andy there, just going a little bit wide in the entry. As we come up into the walled off section, it's sort of like a mini Monaco as we get to the run to the Death Chicane, the most brutal corner in the history of this game's franchise, Gran Turismo. I think I can get a nice shot here if I do all this correctly. I've seen them all go through there. Fifth gear, 125 miles per hour, a little bit of a graze there for Shake. Don't think anyone's picked up damage on the first lap. So, for anyone that's new to ZFS, the tyres that you want to start the race on are the tyres you've got to qualify on. So, Milt and Hudson here on the medium compound. The softs last around 5-6 laps roughly. So you don't want to be starting on them because you're going to be overweight. You don't want a full tank. You want your car to be as light as possible. But Purple Team going for a slightly different strategy here. Seems like the Blacks are on mediums and Purple opting for the hard tyre. Andy and MJ, I'm going to say there. I'm not even attempting to pronounce that. On the hards. Same for Tamachi, Snod, Tailboy, Mini, and Monkey. So it only really seems to be a couple of the top runners that are running the hards at the moment. And that RX Vision for the Black Team just seeming to pull away from the GTR that the Purples are using. So it's a 7-round season. Each team has 3 cars, and there's a minimum that you've got to use at least each car twice. So in the greens versus yellows, we had 911s and Supras. Now we got RX Visions and GTRs. So a nice mix up. Be interesting to see how the different cars are on fuels and tyres. They seem to be roughly the same at the moment. Where's the fun in that? Prime 2000s graphics. Well, unfortunately, I am not Andy, and I gave up. It looked so horrendous. I just slapped the logo on top. Was like, sod it, it'll do. Who's going to remember the graphics? You're going to remember the racing and the incredible commentary. So you're just getting a logo. It just seems to be groups of teammates at the moment. You don't really want to be fighting too hard with your teammates. So just playing it safe. We've got a long race ahead of us. You just want to get some consistent laps down and then start fighting towards the end. Cause it's the worst thing you can do is go for a move early on, sod your race up and the person in front of you. And then, because if you crash early on, it's just no bueno. So 1:38.2 on the mediums, fastest lap so far for Hudson. Turn 1 full throttle, eyes closed, hope for the best, lol. Would be interesting. It's so annoying that with the graphic, with the replays, you don't get live timings, replays, keyboard does nothing. It's a bit primitive, but we can see the cars going vroom. I can hear them going vroom this time. because the last one that I did, I was spending a while going through my Streamlabs settings because I could hear my mic through my own headphones, and I couldn't find out how to turn it off. It turns out the tab that I had up with the chat I'd forgot to mute, so I was just hearing the stream. And I did the entire thing in silence because I couldn't figure out that I'd just muted the stream like an idiot. A nice bundle of purples here we can have an eye on for a couple of laps. I think it was KJM that designed this livery here. Can I have a... Yes, I can have a look around. For the purple team on the GTR, a nice purple overlay. Sponsors, number 4, looks alright. I love the controller on the window, matching it. Because Yorkie's on pad. Oh, so the pad guys have a pad on the side. Oh, that's wicked. Let's have a look at the RX Vision, the black and gold, matching the colours of the ZFS logo. Or not really, because the ZFS is more orange. Don't want to be in that camera. Yeah. Personally, I prefer the black livery out of these two. It just looks a little bit more detailed, but they both do look absolutely wicked. Oh, a little bit of netcode there for to match it. So I have a butchers up front, see if anything's happening. You can see already the deg on the medium compounds for Milts and Hudson compared to the hard. Actually, no, it's quite similar. The GTR might seem to be a little bit worse on the tyres. I don't do much. I'm sort of a road car merchant, so don't really know much about which tyres and which ones burn fuel and stuff. I just turn up on race day with whatever the fastest guy's using and wing it. But oh, look at this! We've got Legend looking up on tandem as we come up to the sharp right-hander. He's going to go down have a look down the inside later on the brakes for the Legend, side by side going into the run for the death chicane. Don't want to be going side by side through here. Tandem just lifts off slightly, lets the Legend pass. Legend up to 4th position now. Is Cherry Bomb going to follow him through? Try and force a mistake into the death chicane. No, he's not. Oof! Tandem hitting the wall on the exit of the death chicane. So easy to do. Maybe just looking a little bit too much in his mirrors. Cherry Bomb there, and he's picked up rear damage. Now, damage is on heavy, and rear damage to the rear, that's going to cause a lot of power oversteer. The car's going to be very hard to drive. But on you want your hard stint to be around 10-ish laps or so. Yeah, you want it to be around 10-11 laps. So you can't really pit for damage now if you're wanting for the best strategy. That shakes the order up massively. So currently for black, it is 1-2 with Milts and Hudson leading the way. Tiger is P1 for purple at the moment. So in terms of points, it is the top 5 drivers for each team score points for the team's championship, and I believe everyone scores points for the drivers' championship. I just can't remember if the top 5 is drivers' championship or not, but top 5 is all we really care about for each team. At the moment, it does seem to be black in a more favourable position. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 compared to it was 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So yeah, black's definitely in a better position, as that is Andy and Schick No, it's Andy and MJ. Shik's on the purples there, just getting a little bit fasty, having a look up the inside. Now there will be on comms, so if you've got your teammate in front and you believe you're quicker, you can organise a safe overtake. And at the same time, he's right up there. Yeah. Darts to the inside. Little bit too late on the brakes there. Has to concede back behind Andy. You don't want to be going for a send and taking your teammate out, especially this early on in the race. Yeah, definitely keep an eye on this midfield. Seems to be where everyone's bunched up. Pit window isn't really for another couple laps for the medium tyre. Used to be a large bunch up there. That's just top two. So yeah, Tandem still trucking it on with the damage. It'll be interesting to see what time he sets here coming across the line, because if after you've done a couple laps with damage, you do sort of get used to how the car now handles. Oh, he almost does the same thing again. Oh, looking at the wind, they've got a 4 meters per second crosswind into the death chicane. Now that is lethal. I think the worst one to have is a tailwind, because you're going faster than you'd be expecting. And then crosswind can do that and just force the rear end to go all over the place. And it is getting quite close up to Shikoa here. We'll go on board with Andy down the inside into turn one. Is he late enough on the brakes? Is there room given? Yes, there is. Very nice, clean overtake, late on the brakes, textbook for Andy to get into 9th position. Is MJ going to be able to follow through? It doesn't seem to be. He's a little bit too far back at the moment. Ooh. Looking like MJ is having quite a bit of netcode issues there, going into the barrier on our screen there, it seems. Death Chicane on form tonight. Death Chicane's always on form. So yeah, look at their medium tyres. Definitely coming towards the end of their lifespan. So Tiger on the hards, seeing pretty similar deck. But it does seem that the GTR is a lot better on fuel than the RX Vision. Fuel refill rate. There we go. English finally. I believe it's on 10 litres per second, so fuel savings not. I mean, again, every little helps in the pit lane, so that could shake things up a bit if the RX Visions have to spend a little bit longer in the pits. Tower Butchers at the leading pack. Actually, no, there seems to be quite a lot of Ooh, Yorkie getting it all wrong in that flat king gets. Ooh, there's contact between him and Andy. We're gonna have to have a look at that in the instant replay, but we haven't got the good one, so you're just gonna have to bear with me with the instant replay. Yeah, just cutting a little bit too much off the curb, hits the wall, doesn't get any damage, and then coming out, Andy just on the racing line, a little bit of contact there, but Andy does get ahead, so yeah, no damage for either driver there. But ooh, what was that for MJ? A near-death incident coming up to the S's. Snod there, trailing behind. So we'll watch this pack as MJ, I believe that was, yeah, MJ and Shikwa getting rubbing wheel to wheel, going into the sharp right-hander. Schick going very defensive. MJ just managing to squeeze past there. Little bit argy-bargy, but all seems to be alright. Schick just going to have to hold back a little bit in the death chicane. Don't want to be going for moves there as, oh, it looks like MJ lost a bit of speed. How is Schick going to respond to this? He's going to take the inside line for the final corner, push MJ into a wider line than he wants. MJ managing to stick round the outside. They're two abreast for momentarily. Shikwa goes ahead onto the start-finish straight. Snod is right back there as well. Is he going to be able to follow his teammate through into turn one? Is MJ going to think about a move? Look at the straight line speed difference between the RX Vision and the GTR. Schick goes defensive. MJ isn't quite able to find a way round. Snod trying to follow his teammate through. Look at this. This is proper ZFS here. We go up to the Fast King. MJ in that dirty air, sticking right behind him, trying to get as much of that toe as possible. You want to be spreading out through here in the S's. Can't be going for moves here. Dirty air especially is going to play a massive role through the S's. MJ managing to stick through there. Is he going to try and slingshot past with the slipstream and the straight line speed advantage? Yes, he is. Schick tries to go defensive, but it's too late. Late on the brakes for MJ. He's ahead at the apex. He's got ahead of Shikwa, back into 10th position for the black team. The top two come in the pits on lap 10 to get rid of the medium tyre. That promotes Tiger to first position. As the two purple teams, Snod and Shikwa, going side by side into the last corner. Shikwa just seeming to lose a little bit of speed through the death chicane as they're going side by side. All this contact! And Snod gets spun around. Purple Civil War. Gonna have to have a look at that on the instant replay. Snod coming in bit aggressive on his teammate late on the break. Seems to be a bit of a netcode there. Schick with the better line just seems to have a little bit of contact. And Snod goes spiraling around. Yeah, look, the hards are quite as much degged as the mediums. So we've got another cluster of the black team here as Milts and Hudson come out of the pits onto the hard compound tyre. They're going to want to try and make their way around the traffic, and since they're the teammates, they'll be on comms trying to organise clean ways past to make this as efficient as possible. So here is your new race leader momentarily finishing his hard stint. Should be coming in around this lap. Tiger gonna try and get into clean air, although it doesn't really seem like there's gonna be much of that at the moment as we go through Death Chicane. I was told this was supposed to be a bob race. Cherry Bomb comes in the pits. 11 laps on mediums. Extending that stint as much as possible for the black team. Tandem going for a 12th lap on the hard, even with the damage, and you can see it's costing him around 2 seconds a lap, that damage. That must be a terrifying sight, seeing Milt and Hudson behind you on softer compound with when you have damage. So Let's go on board with Milts here to see how he makes his way past this traffic. Gets close as possible. Puts himself in your mirrors. Trying to almost force a mistake out of you. He sort of gets in your mind when he's racing you. And yeah, Tandem just letting him pass there into the S's. Volks Hudson follows him through. We got a train of speed flying past Tandem. If you think these are essentially our race leaders at the moment before Tiger comes in, you don't want to be losing too much time fighting your teammate. Then again, that was definitely entertaining. As here comes in Tiger. Be interesting to see where he gets promoted to when he comes out on track. KJN most likely hitting this lap. Or is he going to make it last another one? No, he's coming in. And pit cutting penalties are off for all ZFS events. So he won't get a penalty for that. And here is Tiger coming out on the softs. Very aggressive. So black on hards. Tiger on softs. Oof, cold tires pushing a little bit too hard. Tiger on softs is a beast to be reckoned with. The sheer speed we are about to witness for this stint is going to be mind-boggling. Are we all strapped in for this? Let's go on board him, see how he tries to make his way past Hudson and Milts. They know it's coming, but they're not going to make it easy for him. Hudson goes very defensive early on, cuts off the inside line. Tiger goes, all right then, mate, I'll take the outside. They're side by side. Hudson just having a little bit of a slide there. Tiger being promoted in second position as we go through the death chicane now. All clean through there. As we go up the run to the final corner, Milts goes very defensive. Again, Tiger goes, all right then, mate, I'll take the outside. Are they side by side? Yes, they are. But it seems that Tiger has made his way up to first position. We have a new race leader for the purple team. Oh, this has been wicked. We just finished half race distance as well, finishing lap 13 there. And I hope the second half is going to be just as entertaining as this was. Let's have a look. There seems to be a bunch of in the midfield here. Tandem on the mediums now. Got rid of that damage. I reckon we watch Mini and Snod. Snod, obviously, after having that incident on the final corner, finds himself in 13th position. If we look at the lap times, well, this will be Snod's first lap on mediums. Get an idea for his pace. Yeah, one thing I definitely need to do more in my commentaries is I need to show more of the field. I sort of just go where battles are, forget about like half the field. Definitely getting better. I love that pad icon on the side of the purple car. Any of the team captains are watching this for Monday's race. I am a floating sub, so if you need a driver, I will happily give you some mid 1300 gameplay. Oh yes, this will be a battle. Forming up soon is 36-4 for Tiger on the soft compound tyre. Absolutely rapid time. Will he break into the 35s, do we think? Because it is possible. MJ and Tandem catching each other up. Tyres are they both on? Both on mediums. Tandem seeming to pull away slightly from MJ. Believe it just overtook him. Mini, Schick and Snod setting roughly the same times. But we can just sit and watch these go. Now that wind has changed into a tailwind at the depth chicane. 4.2 meters per second, so could be a little bit unsettling. The car just going slightly faster than it would usually be in the depth chicane. Oh, was that Mini just getting a little tap of the wall there, it seems? Losing a bit of speed. Or it might have been a bit of netcode, we never know. Snod getting so close to the wall there. Oh, what a move! Squeezes through a gap from Mini to take 12th position. How on earth he saw the gap there is unbelievable. Getting past Shikawa as well. Shikawa with front end damage, possibly from the depth chicane that lap, which could have caused Mini to overbrake and Snod to just absolutely send it. Yeah, I told you Snod was aggressive. Definitely entertaining to watch. How will Mini react to a damaged Shikawa? So we go on to the long run to the S's. That front damage for Schick is going to be slowing him down quite a bit. You can hear the tyres screaming on that car as we go through the S's. Straight line speed of the RX Vision and no damage. He's going to opt for bump draft. Just trying to push Schick along. Oh! Bit of a love tap with the wall there, taking too much. You want to be getting as close to the wall as possible, and not that. Somehow not picking up damage. We all know the golden rule of Gran Turismo. If you didn't pick damage up, it wasn't a crash. So Mini escaping with his life. As Schick going very wide through the last corner, trying to maintain as much speed as possible on his crippled GTR. Mini now swoops to the inside, gets past with that speed advantage and not having damage, and takes 12th position off Schick's hand. Benjamin Tamachi also there in the background. Oh, goes a bit wide on the run out of the, I think that's turn 4. Manages to keep it under control there. A very impressive save, but he's lost around a second from that, I believe. Yeah, black team showing how it's done in terms of numbers. But in terms of the race leader, it is Tiger, but coming in the pits now to get rid of the soft tyres. Shake and Hudson stay out on their hards as Tiger comes out to do his medium stint and bring their mediums to the final lap. Where is he going to come out? He wants clean air. Is he going to come out to it? It's going to be close, but Cherry Bomb just getting ahead of Tiger. So at the moment, with Tiger coming out of the pits, it is a black podium lockout. 1, 2, 3. As Volks Hudson goes a little bit wide there, coming out of the S's, but does manage to keep it under control. So there is Tiger already chasing up Cherry Bomb. You could see them pixels getting larger and larger and larger by the second. So Cherry Bomb knows it's coming. Tiger coming past him, but he's not going to make it easy. He wants to try and hold him up as much as possible for side by side going through the run to the death chicane. Tiger does just manage to swoop ahead of Cherry Bomb and gets up into the podium spots. Like, I was saying, if you've got like a fast one of the other team coming, you want to sort of hold them up a little bit to make it easier for your team. You want to be clean about it as well, which is what we saw from Cherry Bomb there. He knew he was going past eventually, but he was going to fight him till the last second. Textbook defense. As Tiger comes back, he's got a nice look at how much clean air he's got. This is exactly what you want to be doing on a stint. Just get some nice, consistent laps out. Just bring it home. Battles. I love the like TV cover in this game. Some of the like transitions it does are well cool. Like look at that. You've got like you can see the stunning mountains of Croatia. I've been playing this game for like a year and a half before I realised this track was fictional. I was gutted. Like, what, the death chicane isn't real? What do you mean? KJN is catching up to Cherry Bomb on the medium tyres, but it's dead mediums he's got. Cherry Bomb covers the inside for the final corner. KJN not quite close enough to be making a move yet, but he's going to try and get as good a run he can through the final corner to try and slipstream past into turn one. But look at the tyre wear on KJN. He's using that little bit of traction control to try and minimise wheel spin as much as possible and tyre save as much as possible. It's a really good tip if you're in a race where tyre saving's key. Just whack on a bit of traction control and you'll be alright. That was Yeater's words, not mine, I think. Can't remember who told me that, but it worked. I still managed to do a 2-stop in this race. I mean, it was barely, and I did have damage for the entire thing. KJN and Cherry Bomb still getting ever so close to each other as we go towards the sharp right-hander to the run to the left chicane. Cherry Bomb gets a nice apex there, covers it off for KJN. As we go through the death chicane areas, are they both going to stay clean and through death? Yes, they are. A little bit of twitch from KJN, taking a bit too much curb. But their mediums are screaming on. Either coming in this lap or the next one. He might try and extend that for an extra lap. Which he is, yes. Look, this is what baffles me about these guys. They can just Tires literally all red. No, I don't agree with that. Give me grip, and they find the grip. They could literally be on metal rims and find grip, these guys. It's unreal how dead tires they can make work. It's KJN here, looking up the inside of Cherry Bomb. Little bit of netcode there for both of them, but they're all through clean. As we go towards the S's, only got 5 laps to go. It's flown by this race. That's what I love about ZFS. You can just like switch off for a bit and watch the ultimate racing. It's still getting closer and closer each lap, I swear. KJ knows this will be his in lap. He's got to come in. There is an oof. As I said that, Good Death Chicane has claimed another victim. The infamous 1 lap too much on the tyres. Not got as much grip, goes straight into the wall. And I think it's safe to assume he's definitely coming in this lap, KJN. Well, at least you're not going to be damaged for long. But it is annoying. The last lap of the stint, you were fighting someone, you're just pushing a little bit too hard. And the front runners, Shaky Booty and Volks Hudson coming onto their soft stint. And you can see how far ahead Tiger is with that clean air, with the pace advantage. He's got far away from the people he was fighting a couple at the start of the race. And Tiger leads for the purple team. And as the final couple pit stops finish here, I can give you a provisional order. So the top 5 for each team seems to be 1, 6, 7, 9, 11 for purple team. And for the black team, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. So definitely, if the checker flag was to fall here, it would be a landslide victory for the black team for round 1. We saw a absolutely demolishing result from yellow, but I believe it has to be at least 10 points more scored than the other team for it to count as a victory. Anything less than that, it's a draw, and I think it's something like, if it's more than 15, you score nothing. But the numbers are probably all wrong. But definitely seems Black's won this one. Oh, Yorkie there. Oh, no, that's not Yorkie. It was Tandem. Just getting a little bit of a wobble through the Death Chicane. Keeps it clean, though. Ooh, slap behind. We've got Andy and Tandem quite close to each other. A little bit of a twitch for Tandem. A lot of a twitch. Maybe just not adapting as well as he would have wanted to these soft tyres. It is a big jump going from hards to softs, or softs to hards. And that difference between going from a less grippy car to a more grippy car can cause accidents, as he just seems to be trying to tame the beast and bring it home to bring those last couple points home for
for the team. KJN with rear bumper damage. Another, oh, I did it again. Another death chicane. Death, it seems. Oh, look at that camera angle. Monaco at home. So yeah, round 2 of Throwdown start is tomorrow. I think I'm going to do broadcast on Tuesday and Sunday as well. But I think instead of doing 1 race per broadcast, I might do 2. So all the lobbies can get coverage, because the red v white race was wicked because I was in it. The green v yellow one was wicked. I was told this one was supposed to be not that good, but that was from Yorkie and he got absolutely deleted by the blacks. So that was probably why, because this race has been wicked. Yeah, Andy coming up to the closing stages of this race, getting all nice and personal to the purple team, but he's got it all wrong as Tandem is up his rear end going through the S's, just backs off slightly to get out of the dirty air. I'll say that as they're basically touching each other as we go through the run to the death chicane. Tandem goes it was KJN going very defensive with the damage, letting them two pass because he knows he's slower. Tandem and Andy wheel to wheel as we go to the run to the death chicane. Are they all through clean? Yes, they are. As Tandem looks up the inside of Andy going up to the final corner. Late on the brakes, gets it, stops, teets the racing line, and he's up into 7th position. But Andy is right there still as they go. Is he going to go for retaliation overtake into turn 1? 2 laps to go until the checkered flag. My throat's hurting from this. As we go into turn, in through the chicane, both through clean. What a race this has been. Personal best for Tandem as he just tries to pull away from Andy, but look at the tyre wear. He's still got 1.5 laps to go. I think Tandem's over-fueled too much here. Because if you look at Andy's fuel and you look at Tandem's fuel, Tandem's going to be way heavier. That's putting more strain on the tyres. And you can see they pitted on the same lap. Look at the difference in wear between Andy and Tandem. Is this going to come back to bite him on the final lap? As Andy just taking a little bit too much curve through the death chicane, losing a lot of speed. And look at the gap that results between him and Tandem. Just taking a bit of the curve. Very skilled to keep it out of the barriers. As we come to round out the final lap of the first round of ZFS Team Throwdown, the second lobby of 4. And it has been a treat, but it's not over yet. Anything could happen. Look at the wear on Tandem's tyres. You're going to have to play this very safe to bring it home at the end. One mistake here could cost you the entire race. So there's a bit of netcode there because I heard a bang, but I didn't see anything. There they are, just taking it. Yeah, a little bit of a lift there just to be able to keep that car on the racing line. He's got a decent gap to Andy, behind him. Tiger crosses the finish line to bring home first position for the purple team. Sheikh and Hudson follow shortly after. But our eyes is on this. Tandem tries to bring hold, the crippled. He's on the rim, but he seems to have made it through safe. Legend comes home to bring fourth position. Cherry Bomb behind him rounds out the top 5. Yorkie comes in to take P2 for purple team. Tandem rounds out the purple podium. The last black point scorer is Andy. KJN brings home 9th for purple team. MJ brings home 10th for black, but outside the top 5, that's not going to matter. The Snod rounding out the team championship point scorers in 11th. Mini coming home in 12th for blacks. Benjamin with damage brings it home in P13. Schick comes to P14. Tellboy will finish shortly in P15. And Monkey, our sole driver to be lapped tonight, rounds out P16. What a race that was. So yeah, if you do want to see more of ZFS Team Throwdown, look no further than Black Flag Racing TV. We've got the green versus yellow lobby right here. Tomorrow we will have round 2. I can't remember what track it is. I might want to check that. But that will eventually have replays streamed here. Black Flag Racing TV is not going anywhere. Or well, until I get access to the ZFS YouTube channel, and then I probably won't ever touch this channel again because I'm only an editor. But yeah, see you in the next one, lads. Goodbye.